Hey, it's Casey. This is Real Talk. This one's a little different from usual. Not a warning, but a checklist. What emotional maturity actually looks like, so you know it when you see it. The spark is real. The pull toward someone who makes you feel like the world is slightly more interesting than it was before. All of it is real. It's just not what carries a relationship through the hard seasons. Chemistry fades. Excitement settles into the ordinary texture of a shared life. And what you're left with, what actually determines whether that life feels safe. Whether conflict gets resolved or just accumulates. Whether you feel chosen or just convenient, is something far less romantic and far more important. And most women aren't taught to screen for it early enough, before the bond has formed, before leaving is complicated. Before you've built something with someone you're only now seeing clearly. Here's what it actually looks like. First, how he handles being wrong when he messes up. A man who is emotionally mature says something like, "I'm sorry, I was wrong. Here's what I'll do differently." Not "I'm sorry you feel that way." Not "you're overreacting." Not a non-apology dressed in the language of one. A man who can't own his mistakes without deflecting, minimizing, or turning it back on you will not change. He'll keep making the same mistakes and finding increasingly creative ways to make them your fault. Accountability isn't a personality trait some people have and others don't. And the way he makes that choice, early and in small moments, tells you everything about how he'll handle the larger ones. Watch also how he handles conflict. Every relationship has it. The question isn't whether you'll disagree, it's what happens when you do. A man who is emotionally mature stays present during hard conversations. He doesn't yell, shut down, or make you feel like raising a concern is a personal attack. He cares more about understanding you than about being right. How he handles conflict now is how he'll treat you long term. Not a version he'll grow out of, a pattern he'll grow into. Then there's what his friendships tell you. Look at how he shows up for the people already in his life before you arrived. Before there was anything to perform. A man with long-term friendships, people he's maintained relationships with over years. People he shows up for, people who respect and rely on him, has demonstrated something important. He knows how to sustain connection. He knows how to repair things when they break. He knows how to be someone worth keeping around when the novelty has worn off. How he treats his friends once the excitement is gone is how he'll treat you once the honeymoon phase ends. The capacity for long-term love doesn't appear from nowhere. It shows up first in the smaller relationships that don't get as much attention. If he can't maintain those, he won't maintain you either. Pay attention to how he responds to your limits. You say, "I need space tonight," or "I'm not comfortable with that." His response, "Okay, I respect that. No guilt, no sulking, no making you feel difficult for having a limit. No slow, good-humored pressure that wears you down until you give in just to restore the peace." A man who pushes your boundaries even gently, even with warmth, is telling you that his comfort matters more than yours. Boundaries aren't tests to pass or obstacles to negotiate around. They're information about who you are. The right person receives that information with respect, and the difference between those two responses is one of the clearest things you can observe early on. When it's still easy to see, and then there's the quiet evidence of consistency. He texts when he says he will. He shows up when he commits to something. His behavior on a quiet Tuesday is the same as his behavior on a Saturday. When he's trying to impress you, you don't lie awake decoding mixed signals or wondering which version of him you'll get today. You just know because he's shown you, repeatedly, over time, without needing to be asked. Consistency isn't exciting. It doesn't make a good story. But it is the single most reliable predictor of whether a relationship will feel safe long-term, and safety, once you've lived without it, is the thing you'll never stop wanting again, whether you exist in his life and in his future. A man who is serious about you makes it visible, not in a performative way, in the natural, unself-conscious way of someone who isn't keeping anything separate. His friends know you exist not because he announced it, but because you're part of the life he talks about. His family meets you without it being a production. Being kept a secret isn't discretion. It's a decision, and it tells you exactly where you fall in his priorities. And then there's the future. Not someday, or maybe one day, or vague references that could include anyone. When we go to not if, next year, with the assumption that you'll still be there, he includes you in his plans without being prompted, not because he's performing commitment, but because in his mind, you're already part of what comes next. He speaks about it like it's already decided, because for him, it is. Emotional maturity is what makes it worth staying. The sparks you feel in the beginning are easy to find. A man who takes accountability, communicates through conflict, sustains his friendships, respects your limits, shows up consistently, and includes you in his future. That combination is not. When you find it, you'll know the difference. Not because it's more intense, but because for the first time, it's also safe. Emotional maturity isn't a bonus, it's the baseline if you want to understand why. Emotionally mature men can feel unfamiliar at first, what your brain does when safety feels less compelling than intensity. The guide that goes deeper into this is called It's Not You, It's Your Brain. No pressure, it's there whenever you're ready. Links in the description. This is KC from Love and Life. If this found you at the right time, a like helps it find someone else too. And if you want to catch the next one, subscribing means you won't miss it. Thank you for spending this time with me. I'll see you next time.